Hey guys, it's Leo from JDM Muscle here, back at again with another episode on the STI style spoiler for your 22 Plus WRX. Now, from the first glance, this might look very similar to the previous offering that we had. However, this is actually a brand new design, brand new mode, and specifically designed for the VB chassis. Inspired by the official version that Japan has put together, this one utilized an entirely different shape of base, which in my opinion flows a lot better with the shape of the trunk and the overall aerodynamics of the VB chassis a lot better. Included in the package, we have the main blade of the spoiler, two bases, two end caps that are painted to Subaru paint code, so you don't have to pay extra to hire another professional. We also have these very nicely laser cut double-sided tape that's going to be applied to the base of the spoiler. We have the adhesion promoter, foam insulation to prevent moisture and debris into your trunk, stainless steel hardware, two drilling/cutting template for the underside of the trunk, and also one giant template for drilling from the top side of the trunk. Now, without further ado, let's jump right ahead to the installation.
This is Dan. I'm going to walk you through this installation. First step, we're going to be putting the wing together, starting with the base. We're going to clean the base up with isopropyl, make sure all our surfaces are nice and clean, free of debris and contamination. And then we're going to be using our double-sided tape. It's a gasket that will lay within the surface of the base. So we're going to use a little bit of adhesive promoter to ensure everything sticks properly. You don't need too much of it. Once the adhesive promoter is down, then we will continue with laying down our gaskets. You have too short and too long. They're going to butt right up against your back piece. And just take your time laying everything down. That's your base. We're going to do the same thing to the other side of the base. And these three studs are going to be installed on the bolt, on the nuts that are under the base. And they just screw in. Gonna hand tighten them. And once they're hand tightened, take your Allen key and give it about a half a turn. You don't want to over tighten these. We're going to do the same exact thing to the other side of the base. Next step we're going to take is we're going to be installing the bases to the wing. We have our bases ready to go. We have our covers for the outside. We'll start with the right side. Sometimes there's overspray in the threads, so what we would do is take one of the screws and just clean up the threads. You're going to feel a little resistance, but you're just clearing the threads out. I would run them all the way down and then back and back out, and you'll be good to go with installation. Now we're going to be securing the base to the wing. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Unless you're comfortable using power tools, we suggest doing it by hand. There will be a little bit of resistance, but it's normal. Our next step is we're going to be taking the covers and installing them between the base and the wing. There are pre-drilled holes, so make sure everything is lined up. And take your time so you don't strip them. If you're not familiar with power tools, I suggest using hand tools to do this. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Next step, we're going to be moving over to the car and drilling our holes for our studs. There's going to be 9 clips that are going to be removed. We're going to be using a clip tool remover to remove those. Once the panel is out of the way, it gains us access to our mounting points. In your package, you're going to have a really nice template. The template's going to lay right against the trunk. It is form-fitting, so you can't really mess up where it goes. So this model is a TR model, so the holes are already pre-drilled. So that's going to be one less step for us. But non-TR models, you have to do your pre-drill. So you can see that those 2 bottom holes are there, but we would have to drill the 2 here, and you would use a 1/2-inch hole saw for those 2 pieces. The kit's going to come with its own template that matches perfectly with the lines of the trunk. So all you have to do is just make sure everything is lined up. We're going to use masking tape to tape everything down. But before we do that, we're also going to put masking tape on the trunk lid itself to prevent chips from scratching the paint. Now that we've made our marks for drilling, we bring the wing back over just to make sure that everything is lined up correctly. And once you're positive that your marks are in the correct spot, then it's time to make some holes. So we're going to start with a pilot hole first. We're going to use one of the smallest bits that we have to start the first hole, and then we're going to step up from there. And just take your time, go slow. So what you're going to do is you're going to want high speed, low pressure. If you put too much pressure on it, the teeth on the bit will grab and distort the metal. So just take your time and go slow. Now that we've made our pilot holes, we're going to step up to a bigger bit. After we've drilled everything, I use a round file just to get the burrs off the edge. After we're done drilling, we cleaned up all the burrs. I'm going to use a little bit of white Rust-Oleum on a shop rag, and we're just going to just put a little bit for that metal, just to protect that bare metal. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Our next step is we're going to use isopropyl to clean the area. In your kit, you're going to have something that looks like this. It's a little gasket. So we're going to be popping the gaskets off. The gaskets are going to go around our holes that we had drilled. Just take your time pulling them apart so you don't rip anything. Now that we're sure that everything's good to go, we're going to peel off the 3M. take your time putting it in. It definitely helps to have another set of hands when you're installing the wing. All right, so pro tip, what I will do is I'll take masking tape because we're going to be upside down and moving around. So I'll put masking tape over, it's a 10 millimeter socket, by the way. Cover the socket, and then you can press the nut in. That way you can move around, it doesn't fall out on you. Wing is installed. We're going to finish up by putting the OEM grommets back in. Cover up your spots. We did a little step further and we found new grommets to make up for the holes that didn't have them. That's it.